Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we aren't in my home again today. I don't know what's been going on, but for some reason, every time we try to get this video filmed, something has come up. If you remember, we couldn't film last week because my daughter Lauren got food poisoning. So we postponed the filming till this week. Lo and behold, on Sunday night, the night before filming on Monday, I hear on the news that severe storms are expected on Monday. So we went ahead and decided to start early, hoping that we'd be done before the storms hit. I picked up Madeline's two daughters to bring over here to play with their cousin Sophia. They were all so excited to get together. Lauren's husband kept an eye on all of them while we worked on the pantry.
Mom makes different colors of food.
Really?
What's your favorite?
Yes, I love you, Phoebe.
My first little thing.
You like her little Hello Kitty bib?
What's this for?
That's a little pocket. It catches the food.
Catcher.
Hi, baby. I love you, sweets. They're just so good, sweets. Oh my gosh, these grandbabies, they are so daggum special. If you haven't had grandkids yet, just you wait and see. There isn't anything more precious on this earth. Okay, Lauren and I are starting out by taking everything out of the pantry. She doesn't have a lot on the shelves, so we're going to go ahead and take out all the food products so that we can get them decanted. So let me tell you a little bit about my daughter Lauren. Lauren is my second born child. I had her when I was 20. So even though it didn't feel like it at the time, because I was very mature for my age, looking back now I can see that she and I grew up together. Lauren is my funky daughter, at least that's what I've always called her. She's artistic, loves tattoos, and she studied to get a license for tattooing for her career. She followed in my footsteps by going and getting her cosmetology license. She now owns an eyebrow studio where she waxes, microblades, and tattoos eyebrows. She's also a professional makeup artist and has worked on many models for print. Like myself, Lauren became a mom while still in high school, making me a first-time grandma at the young age of 38. I'm going to add more into telling you about Lauren, but I wanted to show you that I purchased these things from Target. We'll also be decanting in some glass jars that Lauren is taking the stickers off of here now. Now, I got those from TJ Maxx. It's very typical that TJ Maxx has stickers that are hard to get off. Thankfully, Lauren did have some industrial strength Goo Gone, so we went ahead and used that to get these off. One thing I didn't notice before we washed these containers is that one of them had a small crack in it. So we're going to be down one of the smaller containers, but it all ended up working out in the end. Okay, so Lauren's going to go ahead and hand wash all these glass jars. You'll see that the third jar that she washes, that's the one that has the large crack in it. I know I mentioned that it was a small crack, but you can see it's a lot larger than small. While Lauren finishes drying the jars, I went ahead and I laid out the containers in the pantry to see where everything might go. We thought this first container would be perfect to hold all of the storage bags. She's going to go ahead and place the containers in the area in the pantry that works best for her. And then all of her teas will go here in the second one. Alright, so let me continue on with my story. So Lauren now has 3 kids. John is now 15, Autumn is 12, and Sophia is 1. Back in 2011, Lauren and her family came and lived with me while they were transitioning from Las Vegas to Texas. Now, while they were living with me, I began working with my oldest grandson, John, to help him develop speech and social skills. At the time, John was 4 years old and was only mimicking what we were saying. He has since been diagnosed to be a person with autism, but in that time, my bond grew very strong with John, as you can imagine. One very special day, while I was taking John to preschool, I looked at him in my rearview mirror as we were driving in the car, and I said, "John, Grammy is so proud of the big words that you've been using." He looked straight up at me, dead set in the eyes, and said, "Grammy, I always had big words." With tears in my eyes, I told him that I knew that he did. And I did know that he did. I could see it in his eyes when I talked to him, that he knew what was going on. He just didn't have the words to say it. Like I mentioned, John is now 15, and he's doing very well. I'm so extremely proud of what a sweet and loving young man this boy is. In these 2 larger baskets, we're going to go ahead and put in some backstock of some of the most used items that Lauren uses. And then in the third basket, we're going to put in that some spicy things that John loves. One of John's traits is that he loves spicy things. And since he was a little baby, he could eat very spicy things and it not affect him. To this day, he loves a good spicy challenge, like this 1 chip challenge. Have you ever heard of that? Oh, those things are very, very hot. I can't even be in the room when it's opened. It smells that hot. Okay, so we're going to stick the backstock here up high, and then just underneath it, we will stick those spicy chips and things. We want to keep that up high so that little Sophia doesn't get into it. Lauren doesn't have a lot of pantry items because they're about to leave on vacation, and Lauren's in-laws are going to be coming to stay in the home and watch the kids. Now, I mentioned this in another video, but Lauren and her husband bought this home from the in-laws. The in-laws built a new home in their hometown in Mexico, where they will be living the majority of their time. So, when they come here and they stay, they like to fill the pantry with authentic Mexican food that they prepare from scratch. So, when Lauren gets back from her vacation, she'll be putting some things in the pantry that she would normally feed the kids. Although Lauren has become an excellent cook for Mexican food, her mother-in-law has passed down some great recipes to her. She's going to be filling these glass containers with beans, chilies, oatmeal, and rice. She's telling me right here how she uses these red chilies in recipes. There's a certain way that she prepares them so that she can use them in recipes. She likes to decant her cooking oil and then she just sticks it over there by the stove. Okay, so if you're wondering about that storm, it did hit us, and you may have heard it on the news. Our town got hit with a tornado. It hit about 3 hours after filming this. Thankfully, we're all home and everyone is safe. However, my husband and I did see the funnel out of our back window. There are many homes in our city that were destroyed. One of the neighborhoods that we lived in before we moved to this house got a lot of damage. We went to go see how our former house made it, and we were happy to see that the house was still standing with the exception of a blown down fence. However, the houses next door and across the street and all around it, those houses are gone. It's very sad to see so many families lose their homes, but we are very thankful that everyone is safe and that no one lost their lives. And we're also so thankful of the town that we live in because it's so nice to see the people come together to help each other. All right, so now Lauren's bringing in all her small appliances, and she's going to go ahead and straighten up the things that are on the right side of the pantry. They do a lot of camping, so she has a lot of things over there that they use when they're camping. Okay, she's also going to move her cleaning products up to this top shelf. Wouldn't it be nice to have a pantry this large that you can have one side that you can store things in? This would be a great size pantry for Madeline's home. If you haven't seen Lauren's younger sister's pantries, I'll link that video in a playlist at the end of this video of all 4 pantries in the series. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the pantry before. It's not bad, it just needs a little bit of organization. And here's the after. All of those containers are holding her most used items, but once she comes back from vacation, she'll be able to easily move things around to add in additional products. I want to thank all 3 of my daughters for allowing us to come into their homes and film. And I want to thank all of my subscribers for the sweet words down in my comments. I'm always taken back with how kind y'all are to me. I never take it for granted that you're giving your time to watch and interact with my videos. I'll be back on Sunday where we are starting spring cleaning in my kitchen. Because I zone clean, I don't have a lot of deep clean, typical spring cleaning areas. So come back on Sunday and see what the areas are that I do clean. Until then, stay blessed, my friends.